Hey guys, Steven here, Fanatic Perspective. Have a very special guest, very special episode. Mr. Tope Imade of the University of Texas Longhorns. Excited to have you on the show, brother. You're probably the first active Texas player I've ever had on the channel, especially during the season. So, Tope, welcome, brother.
Yeah, nice to be here, man. Hopefully, I'm not the last. So, yeah, I'll get some. I'll get some teammates on here soon.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And you and I, we've gotten to know each other over the last, year or two, just connecting, behind closed doors and getting to know each other on a personal level. So this is long. This is probably long overdue, I would
Yeah,
say,
it
and
is.
just to connect like this. But I'm excited to have you on, and what a week to have you
Yeah,
on. First off, we have a big game coming up here in
yeah,
Austin, Texas, Saturday morning, and you are going to get opportunity to have your first start here at
yes,
the
sir.
University of Texas, brother. And you already know what the question is. How excited are you just to be out there and
Uh,
go out there with your brothers and start?
I'm really excited. It's been a long time coming. There's a lot of work put in, a lot of blood, sweat, tears. But uh, again, my first start doesn't come without anxiety, nervousness. But then again, I have Derek to the right of me, Jake to the left of me, so I feel pretty comfortable going in. As I forgot to mention, I feel like Bijan was more excited than I was to start. So stuff started making its rounds on social media. I started getting messages, texts, all this other stuff. But around 11:30 p.m. on Monday night, I'm asleep and I get a call. I'm like, what now? So
Right. It's just an
I
emergency.
yeah, exactly. So I pick up. And I'm just like half asleep, and the most excited voice. I pick up his Bijan. He's like, "Hey man, you're starting this week. Man, let's go, man. We got me. I'm so happy for you, man. I'm so happy for you. And I'm just like, yeah, bro. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it, man. Let's, So I'm half asleep, but uh, the next morning I wake up. I'm just like, did I just talk to Bijan on the phone? Like, is he, So we went to practice later that day, and he's like, bro, I'm so sorry I woke you up, bro. I know you're sleeping, bro, but I'm so excited for you, bro. We can do this. We're gonna, So just the excitement from him, and knowing how genuine of a person he is outside of football is just like it just makes me want to go out and block for him, go out and block even better for him. So just having that excitement from one of the best players in the nation,
Right.
it's insane. So to have that motivating me, have family, friends motivating me. So I'm looking forward to it this weekend.
Dude, that's so dope, man. I'm
Yeah,
excited. I'm excited. When you have a back that's special, and
yeah,
the backs in the room that are that special. But Bijan, obviously, the one of the leaders in the faces of the program that is hitting you up in the middle of the night.
yeah,
Happy for you. Happy for
exactly.
you. Um, that's inspiring, brother.
It
So
is.
yeah, man. Yeah. So why'd you pick Texas? Why, and ultimately why'd you decide to stay? Because it has been such a long journey. We
Yeah,
are in the realm of the transfer portal, of NIL and all these things, and a lot of me, right?
yeah.
So why Texas? Why'd you stay?
So why Texas? So a huge reason is just my dad. He's Nigerian, and they prioritize academics. They're notorious for prioritizing academics, right? So uh, I was down to Michigan or Texas, and my dad just made the points of you wouldn't want to go to Michigan if there's a family emergency. You wouldn't want to be so far away from home, and that was evident with my mom's passing this past semester. So I'm grateful that I was close by. Also, again, just academically, what UT is, what it stands for, its history of academics, and he also
Sure.
made the point of it being a career decision. Long term, we never know when we're going to be done playing football, right? So pick a college that will benefit you in the long term in terms of connections, job opportunities, etc. So he explained that to me. We actually took a trip back from when I had a unofficial visit to Texas State. That was my first offer. I told my dad like, "Hey, let's stop by Austin. Just stop by UT real quick." And I was like, "Yeah, I have to come here." So that was that. And 6 years later, I'm still here. But it's
Yeah,
been a
you about
long
to be the
journey.
dean of admissions over there,
Yeah,
brother.
right. I was getting jokes from CDC saying, "Oh, you're gonna take my job pretty soon," you know. So I was like, I get a lot of old jokes like that, man, or just me taking people's jobs or whatever. But it's all fun and jokes, but it's all good, you know. But
Absolutely. So you said so many gems there, and one of the blessings of having this YouTube channel and this platform, because I'm actually talking, by the way, with the fellow YouTuber, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll get to that in a bit. But one of the blessings of having this channel is the young kids that listen,
yeah,
and the kids that we get to interact with, and have some, even myself as fanatic perspective, having being able to have influence and whatnot. And that's why I'm so happy to have you on here, because you're the definition of a student athlete. And listen to what you just said, right, in terms of picking a college for the long term,
yeah,
and the importance of academics, and the importance of proximity to your family, and how important that is. Brother, I'm so sorry you lost your mother this year. It's been a tough year. I lost my mother as well in February. It's been a tough year for us. And you know you said your father's from Nigeria. My father's from Cameroon.
mm,
Both of our fathers are named Felix, by the
yeah,
way. you know
yeah,
and when you're raised by men like Felix,
yeah,
we keep going. We keep going. It's tough, and we've been talking through it, and working through it. But
mhm,
everything that you said, that communal sense, that's why you stay. That's how you can stay somewhere and maximize upon it. So you're the
right,
definition of student athlete, and I think you're also painting a very good example for your teammates. I mentioned name, image, likeness, and just the stuff you guys did once July 1st hit.
yeah.
Talk to me about everything else you guys are trying to set up with the offensive line and moving forward, because I don't think people understand just the personalities and the group of guys that y'all have.
Yeah, so with we started something called Brunch with the Bigs. Kind of taking a hiatus right now with the whole season going on, but
Absolutely, season
yeah,
first. Yep.
yeah, it's been good. I usually started it just so we can have something to pass on from class to class. You know, I can start it now. Me, Derek, and Denzel are leaving. Jake Majors could take over. Then so on and so forth. So we always have that constant stream of income for as soon as you come. If you're an incoming freshman, you're already stepping into something new. Like you're already getting some type of monetary source of income. So you have that taken care of. And then if you want to do something individually, do something on your own, you can do that. But just so you can have like a sense, get your feet wet, you already have that coming in. So I just want to do that for the next classes coming in. So that was the idea behind that. Um, Personally, I've been reaching out. I've been talking to Shelly Taylor. She's the CEO of Alamo Draft House. Like I love movies. I love again like if you can read my Twitter bio, I love movies. So I've been talking with her. Hopefully, have some opportunities outside of football. Still in the works, but that's what I have going on right now.
Absolutely, man. And you're gonna leave Texas with how many degrees?
Three. Yeah.
Unbelievable, man.
Even I know you said you have we have kids watching too. So I'd like to just give a quick story to Longhorn
Please.
Nation and their kids as well. So coming in to UT, coming in like my first semester here, like I was on academic probation, coming into college, you get so caught up with this lifestyle of partying and wow, I'm a football player and all this little stuff when that's really not it. So I was grateful enough for Coach Strong, but the leadership on that team wasn't what I needed to be successful. Academic probation. Again, the leadership my freshman year wasn't where it's supposed to be. All respect to Coach Strong, but I would see older guys skip class, miss class, not show up to anything, and I thought that was the right thing to do. I thought that was the norm, so I would do that, and my grades started slipping, and I knew I wasn't stupid or dumb. I just didn't apply myself the way I should have, the way I did in high school. So Coach Strong ended up getting fired later that in November, I think, and then Coach Herman came in later that month, and we had a whole team meeting, and uh, we broke out into position groups. That's the first time I met Coach Werheim, and he just said my GPA out loud, my GPA, and it was embarrassing. You know,
Mm.
like how do you have sub 2.0? And it's your first semester in college, and it's it gets worse,
On blast, bro.
yeah, in front of the whole unit, and I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to think of myself. So uh, that's when I started taking, that's why I love Coach Herman. People say all this negative stuff, but I owe him a lot for keeping me on track or just getting me on track academically. So he held me accountable. Uh, so now I've been succeeding academically. Well, this year it's gonna be my third first team academic All Big 12, 6 time Big 12 Commissioners honor roll, 6 time uh, athletic directors honor roll. So I'm happy about that. But my biggest academic achievement is, getting acceptance in the Macomb School of Business.
Mm,
From to get my first master's in marketing. So uh, just coming from where I came from, academic probation to getting my master's degree. Uh, just want to tell everybody out there, like, just keep going. Like, don't get this. College is nice. Everything's going to be there, but don't get distracted when you first get in. I was distracted, but look at me now. Like, again, I got that's my biggest accomplishment to date. Uh, Again, it was a 10-month master's program, so 2 years condensed into one. It was hell, if I'm being honest with you, but it was all worth it. Having to walk across the stage, or it was awesome. But now, currently, I'm pursuing my second master's, in sports management. And like I told you before,
awesome.
I applied for finance and IT management, but the way football is, I would have missed fall camp, and I really wanted to compete this year. So uh, sports management was asynchronous, so it was at my own pace. So it seemed like the most ideal choice. I chose that. I'm doing great right now, but you know, for me, from where I started off as, being on academic probation, now I'm getting my
Right.
three. I'm potentially leaving with 3 degrees. Or I'm not potentially. I am leaving with 3 degrees. I'm trying to be modest here, but uh, and have all these academic awards and accolades and all this stuff. It's awesome. It's fulfilling knowing I'm doing what I can off the field. So it just makes it easier on the field to do my assignment, do this stuff. So I don't really worry about anything academic because I'm doing my part. And like you mentioned before, I feel like my teammates have taken notice. Uh, because we have 6 guys on the team in grad school right now, compared to previous years where it was just like probably one or
Right.
two, and they're walk-ons. But for actual scholarship players to be in grad school, and we're making moves here, and I may be the first student athlete at Texas, to leave with 3 degrees, to pursue a second master's degree, which just makes me. I'm just proud of myself for doing that, And again, it wasn't easy at all, but it's better. It's better now than when I started off in 2016. So, just to everybody out there, I don't care if you're young, old, whatever it is, just keep going. Just 2016 was a hard year for me, but 5, 6 years later, I'm here, like potentially starting my first, uh, you know, uh, college game, getting my second master's, my third degree. So it's all been a blessing. I just want to tell that story to motivate you guys to just go out there and do your best and not give up. Don't get distracted. Just do not get distracted.
Tell it.
Partying,
Tell it.
partying, fun. That's always going to be there. You could have fun once you're making 6, 7 figures a year. So that's yeah, that's the goal. So you can have fun then, but right now, just keep your head down, just work. So there you go.
I respect you so much for sharing that. And I think that's a message a lot of kids, you get there and you talked about being influenced by your peers and influenced by big bros. And some kids aren't really looking for that. They, sometimes can be directionless. I know I was there at one point as a young kid. And to hear that from you and to see the impact on the culture that you've had, your teammates, all the guys that are in grad school, all the guys that are taking their academics seriously. Habits are contagious, in
Yep.
my opinion. And those habits go on to the field, and those habits can be taken off the field on, into the classroom, into life, right? And so, we joke all the time about the analogies between football and life and business and all these different things.
Hmm.
But it really does merge together in terms of those successful habits, those successful traits.
Right.
And as we, let's progress into that because obviously, I mean, you're ready to play this football game and it's a game and we're all excited. I'm gonna be there on Saturday, rooting my ass off for you guys. I try to get to as many games as possible because I love you guys. I love watching y'all.
Thank
And
you.
I've been a Texas fan my whole life. So I'm always gonna be there to support. I was there at the Cotton Bowl. It was tough last week. We gonna move forward. Like I
Yeah.
told you,
Yeah.
when I texted you after the game, we gonna move forward.
You're right.
And here we are, right? With opportunity and a lot of eyeballs there. But after the game,
Yeah.
after you finally finish up your last semester at Texas, what's your dream job? Because I want people to hear where your head is going. What's the dream job for Tope?
Most of y'all may follow me on Twitter. If you look at my bio, I'm a huge advocate for everything Disney. So my dream job is to eventually work at Disney. That's a long term goal, whether that be president of marketing somewhere in digital marketing or streaming services. That's my forte. So anything from Marvel, not DC, Marvel, Natural Geographic, Pixar, whatever it may be, anything Disney related, I love to do it. So those guys, and I'm not knocking their dream at all, like pro sports, this, that, but people see me and they expect the same thing. But no, like I can be 6'7", 360 and still want to work at Disney. People think Disney is like some kiddie. A lot goes into Disney, but that's my dream
Absolutely.
job. It made me happy as a kid. I like to reciprocate the same energy to the younger generation. So, especially with Marvel, so how much it's because Iron Man came out when I was in fourth grade. So if I can contribute some way, I know it's been 13 years. So uh, if
I
I
saw
can
that. I saw Iron Man in theaters, brother.
really,
I did. Yeah,
man,
as an adult, man, that just aged me a little bit. Yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah.
yeah. I was pretty young when Iron Man came out, but Disney is a dream job for me. For most of y'all who are wondering, so happy y'all know that now.
And you're already getting started because, and for somebody to have a dream like that and a goal like that, you have to be passionate about not just the industry but the content
Yeah,
within the
yeah,
industry.
you're right.
And you have a YouTube channel, so here's an opportunity because I always have other YouTubers on, so I'm happy to have a fellow YouTuber on.
Thank you.
Please, guys, pause the video right now. Go subscribe to the Heroes Playbook. Go subscribe to Tope Imade. We are only going to get, especially when the season's over and we got more time to focus. He's had different guys from the team on there. Shout out to Denzel Okafor. Get well soon. And Bijan and Christian Jones and Rafid Girmay, all these guys that have had opportunity for you guys and infamously Mr. Coburn.
Yeah, taking a
Yeah.
deuce, man.
Talk to us about your channel, brother. So
Yeah,
Coburn, what was it? So we have Mr. Coburn make an appearance on the
yeah,
Heroes Playbook.
yes, sir. So the reasoning behind that, I just want to keep it authentic as possible. With Longhorn Nation, most of y'all just hear about reports from the team, Coach Shark's press conferences on Monday. But I just wanted to offer a side where to show, give the inside perspective where we're goofy, we have fun, we do all this other stuff. So I was going around, asking for movie reviews for my teammates. Keandre's roommate opened the door, and Keandre was in the restroom. I was like, you know what? Forget it. Let's do this. Like, let's be as authentic as possible, so y'all can have a more fun perspective of who we are as people, and not just football player. This and this. Because we all, again, we're teammates, we're friends, we interact with each other. So if I can offer that for you guys, it'd be awesome, honestly. So for y'all to see that and laugh along with us, I was laughing recording. I don't know if you saw the phone shaking because I was just like
Oh,
giggling
I
the
did.
whole, So
I did.
if I can get y'all to laugh, not just cheer, you can cheer us on Saturdays with them, laugh with us along the week with the videos I post, and that'd be awesome. I'm doing my job.
Why'd you start the channel?
Because I need a hobby. That's right. So with Nigerian parents again, like my dad was always strict. I it's always books, focus, this and that. So I never got into video games, right? So I like movies. I like watching shows on Netflix. I love all that stuff. And then I started getting like watching YouTube. I was like, okay, these guys are making money off of just content. So why can't I do the same? So I love talking about movies. I love like people like when Coach Harmon was here, I would pick the movies on Fridays. So like whether it be John Wick or Spider-Man Far From Home or stuff like that, I would pick the movies, right? So I was known as a movie guy. So uh, if I'm picking movies and I'm making these suggestions, and people ask me because I go see movies a day of, either on Thursday before we leave for the game or a Saturday when we come back, right? So people ask me about what I thought about the movie, what I would rate it, stuff like that. So if I can do that with my teammates, why can't I just do that
with the
for everybody
community.
else?
Hmm.
And if people can see my teammates, like their reactions, their reviews, they'd be more inclined to see that as well. And then if I'm thinking long term now, like Disney may come around and just be like, "Hey, can you promote this and this for our new show, Loki or whatever?" I'm thinking long term at this point. So uh, people will love to see other guys' perspective on things, and I don't feel like we offer enough of a personal, you know, just kind of like a personal look on our football team. So that's what I want to do with my channel. Is of course going to change once I leave, but
Sure.
right now is just I just want to offer y'all. I mean, we have 2 months, 3 months left in the season. I just want to give y'all the fun, goofy side of Texas football, what we love about movies, the movies we watch as a team, and just give our opinion on it. So see if y'all agree with it, or if not, just try to get people to engage. So not everything has to be about football. Like that's always going to be there, right? But let's get to know each other as people outside. Just
Absolutely.
what makes you laugh, what makes me laugh, what do you like, what don't you like? Just try to connect with that in that way. So
And it's cool the different people you had engage from the Shang-Chi video. So,
yeah,
you go from Cameron Dicker, who's like, "Oh man, it was a great movie. I enjoyed myself," right? And
yeah,
he's like, you can tell he had literally just walked out the theater, right?
yeah.
And Bijan was ready to give you the full.
Yes,
He
B.
was
Oh
ready to.
man,
Bijan looked like he wanted to talk about the movie for 30 minutes,
he did. Yeah.
and then Christian Jones seemed to be very analytical
Yes,
about the film,
he
right?
he is the most analytical person when it comes to movies. Well, I didn't like this because that was that, and that. I got it, bro. Like let's cut this down a bit so I can post it on YouTube. But hey, let's just cut it down. But
When I
I get what you're
started
trying to
breaking
say.
down, Christian Jones started breaking down like the fight
Yeah,
sequences and
but
like,
trying to take my job, trying to take my YouTube channel. Like, hey, bro, like easy, easy there. So it was fun doing that, man. I mean, if Longhorn Nation wants more of that content, just again, subscribe and just tell me what you want. Like, I would love to do it. So that's all I got. Yeah, right there. I'm not sure if it's the same on my screen, but
hey,
is that it right
wherever,
there?
yeah, there you go, there we go. Subscribe, the Heroes Playbook, Tope Imade doing the Lord's work out there, and I would love we talk about you were kind of one of my go-to guys. I'm the guys that let you into the private combos, but like you were one of my go-to guys when Disney streaming launched,
Yeah,
and it was again we were both going through it personal life, and
yeah, we
so
were.
we're looking for that escape, and it's like, okay, WandaVision's about to drop, and
Yep.
you were keeping me game on certain things, and then you kept saying, "I'm waiting on Loki," though. You
Yeah,
kept saying, "I'm waiting on Loki." You're like,
yeah.
"Loki go be different, bruh."
It
And it
is.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. And I'm finishing up. What if I got sidetracked with
No, it's
the
all
new
good.
house and everything, so I still got to give you my final analysis on what if,
Hmm.
as well as Black Widow and Shang-Chi and all the content that's out there.
Hmm.
My nerd question for you, because I'm a
Yeah.
fellow, is I heard something about 31 different projects they're working on right now.
Yep.
Does that include X-Men at this
It
point?
ha-
Or
it has to. And for most of y'all that do not know, they're like, okay, how can X-Men be with Marvel? Like, so Disney bought the rights to those characters back in 2018, and the deal kind of went through 2019, I guess. So now the Fantastic Four, the X-Men that were previously owned by Fox are now owned by Disney. So Disney, they think in terms of like again, like long term. So how can we integrate these characters to make the next big bad even more like to make these movies even more epic,
right,
So yes, that long answer to your short question, it will include X-Men and X-Men Fantastic Four, which is projected to release in 2024 or 2023, hopefully, but we'll see. But X-Men's coming, Fantastic Four's coming, and just like for them to actually mingle with the characters we already know, like Iron Man, all the Avengers. Really, it'd be awesome to see. So Disney is ahead of the game right now. Like I think all their movies are almost averaging almost $1 billion, maybe. So for that to,
No wonder
again,
you're trying to crack the code and get over
yeah,
there, man. I don't
exactly.
blame you.
And I heard this statement a couple years ago when I was in my rhetoric class. Like Disney is making, or Marvel really is turning nerd culture into pop culture because
Mhm.
you know how it is. Like when you're a kid, like, oh, you love superheroes, oh, you're lame, you suck, this and like now all of a sudden you got guys looking like me into
Right.
into the superhero culture. So uh I just want to be a part of that, right? So Disney has some big things planned. It'd be a huge opportunity for me to be a part of, to work with them in the future. But right now, I just, I'm gonna stick to making reviews, making content, some original content, and hopefully it gets noticed by them. When I can start promoting their stuff as well.
Disney out there, you guys are listening. These execs, I know y'all
It's
have ears everywhere.
What's
Hi-
funny,
Hire my
even
guy.
if they do, football. I mean, I would be done with football, go straight to Disney. But what's funny is Bob Barger was our commencement speaker, and he finished talking. That everybody's caught up with taking pictures and this and that. We just cool, but I knew I graduated once I turned in my last assignment, right? So I'm busy. I'm busy trying to find this man. So the whole goal was to take a picture with him and also frame his commencement speech. So I wanted to take a picture, frame it up with the speech, and just like wake up to it every day as constant motivation to continue to work hard, move forward, and just use as motivation. So that never happened. I was sweating for no reason, but I still have his speech. Just as like I reread it from time to time, just like, hey, like keep going. Like it may get hard sometimes, but just be you, be true to yourself, and just keep going. So I was this
Which
close to
is
meeting
kind of
him.
your story.
Yeah, honestly, in terms
Y-
of
You know,
academics, football, it's same thing, man. Yeah, you're right.
Man, it's a thrill to get an opportunity to talk with you, and let's check in, closer to the end of the season.
Of course.
Best first and foremost, best of health to you.
Thank you.
I know you're ready for this opportunity. I know you're conditioned for this opportunity to go and help your teammates and wrap up your Texas career the right way. Like I
Right.
said before, myself, Tran, we'll be there on Saturday. We can't wait to just go out there and support you guys, right? First and foremost. But I'm so happy that people get a glimpse to see you, and we'll be having some
And
conversations as YouTubers, man. It's not, this was more of the introduction,
yeah,
but as we get into it and continue to chop it up like we do all the time, I think we'll both, people will get to see your personality even more, as well as other guys on the team and whatnot.
yeah,
So Tope, thank you.
yeah. Can I have a little closing statement real quick? A little close,
Please
but yeah.
take it away, good
So,
sir.
so people, ever since the news broke about me starting whatever, which is cool, and all, I don't really pay that much mind to it because things can change in a matter of minutes or matter of seconds, really. But
Hmm.
uh, people would ask what changed, right? I've been here 6 years, three head coaches, four O-line coaches, uh, and Coach Flood is really my biggest motivator. I never told him this. Hopefully, he watches this later on when I'm done playing, but he is my biggest motivator. You know, being there 5 years with and not seeing any playing time, going from offense to defense, back to offense, still the same no playing time. Your confidence starts to diminish, right?
Mm.
And as soon as Coach Flood comes in, first question he asks is, "Why aren't you playing? How come we don't have dreams of being a starter?" And ever since he got there in January, he's been constantly motivating me. Play to your size. You're big. Just constant motivation, like building up my confidence, right? So again, I miss spring ball because again, my mother passed away. So I moved back. I was at tackle in December. I moved back to guard in spring ball, but I missed spring ball, so I was there for like 2 days. Came back in fall camp playing guard again. So I'm like stuff still kind of new to me. I grew more in a matter of months than I had in 5 years. And it's not I've always been strong. I've always been able to push people around, but it's a mental aspect of it where
Mm,
you have a coach that just motivates the crap out of you constantly every day. He'll yell at you, but it's for the right reasons. So
right.
people always say, what changed? Coach Flood changed, and arguably he's arguably the greatest O-line coach in college football because again last year, Outland Trophy winner, Remington winner, Joe Moore Award. No O-line coach has done that in college football. So, and I see why. Yes, it's the way he coaches, but also it's the way he approaches his players. And again, as soon as he saw me, constant motivation. So for some advice for people out there, just constantly motivate because you don't know who you're going to make better. For me if you would have told me in 2016 that you're going to be a starter 6 years from now, one, how is that
Right.
possible?
Right.
Two, really, so the fact that it's even happening right now is a blessing in and of itself. But people always ask all I've been seeing on Twitter is like, why now? Like, where was Tope Imade? Coach Flood had been preparing me for so long, and this year alone, I've been through so much, and Coach Flood has never wavered. Even I came back the week before the spring game, right? The week of the spring game, I should say. And before we even go out there, Coach Flood comes up to me. She's watching. I'm like, how did you know I have a girlfriend? But he was talking about my mom. So I'm over here in tears, like, Coach Flood, you already have my respect. Anything you need me to do to
I'll run
to
through a wall for you.
contribute, exactly. Multiple walls, forget it, multiple. Let's go. You have my respect just by saying that right there. So again, constant motivation. Everybody out there motivate somebody because you never know who you're gonna make better. So I'm grateful for Coach Flood that he came to the University of Texas at Austin. I don't know how hard it was for him to leave Bama, but for him to come here and try to make us better and succeed and is succeeding at that, not just in football but outside of it, in terms of my confidence and my level of play and how I approach other things, I couldn't be any more grateful for that guy. So again, my only advice for you guys leaving this talk is just constantly motivate. And Coach Flood has taught me that, and I'll do the same thing for other people out there. But that's all I have for you guys.
Tope, one day when you're running a company and you're, over there, whether Disney is lucky enough to have you or, you have your own enterprise, I would work for you. Different. I know people out there would be totally inspired by what you just said. I know you were raised by unbelievable people, and I'm trying to hold it together on my end because I know what you've been through, and thinking about my mom and your
Yeah,
mom. I know how proud your mom is of you, for not just this moment. Obviously, seeing her baby out there on the field and doing what he went to Texas to do, mission accomplished.
yeah.
Absolutely right. But the turnaround, the inspiring of other people, and paying it forward for generations, is beautiful. It's beautiful. So
Thank you.
thank you for sharing. Thank you for coming on the channel, guys.
Always.
Please go subscribe to the Heroes Playbook. Go check out Tope's channel. Y'all know where to find him on the socials. But guys, we appreciate y'all so much, and remember, horns always up.
Always.